I've only ever seen one motorcycle fire the whole 15 years of my riding career. Funny enough, it was my buddy's Gixxer. I think we were on our way to the canyons, but before we headed there, we did some brake bleeding and some maintenance on our bikes. And what actually caught on fire was his rear brake caliper. All I can remember was like, yo, I saw flames on the back of his wheel. My buddy Jazz just got off his bike and just patted that shit down with his gloves. But Jazz was a crazy Indian, and you don't always have a crazy Indian friend around. In fact, I really don't have that many friends nowadays, so... This is the Element. It's the world's smallest fire extinguisher, and this video is sponsored by them. What is going on, fam? I missed y'all. Today I'm going to tell you guys why you shouldn't make motorcycles your whole life. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm just going to tell you I've been riding motorcycles for a really long time. But first, let's cut through this 7-Eleven. This is completely illegal, by the way, but I'm on a bike. Nobody really cares when you're on a bike. For like the first 8 years of me riding motorcycles, it became my freaking life. And even today, I meet a lot of people and it's like their motorcycle is their life. And honestly, making motorcycles my priority for so long kind of held me back from all the responsibilities and all the things that I was supposed to do. My passion for motorcycles has been overall pretty selfish. My wife doesn't ride. My son, I try to get him to ride his Grom, but he's just not a motorcycle guy. And when I was doing the motorcycle hub thing, that took up a lot of my time. It was such a weird time in my life. And these days, motorcycles is like at the bottom of my priority list. I know that's weird to say because I'm a motorcycle content creator, but I am kind of trying to shift this page into more than motorcycles and more about Adobo the life that happens to include motorcycles. A lot of y'all think I'm from Washington and I'm like a Washingtonian, but I'm not. I do have a few friends here that I kind of met over the last year, but it's not like I had a past with these people. These people are just kind of like my new friends that have shown up in my life. And a lot of my old, really good friends, they all live out of state. A couple of them started having kids, settled down, had a family, that kind of stuff. It's great to see that. And now that I'm riding motorcycles more and more again, I'm trying to make friends, man. It's kind of lonely out here by myself, just cruising around and talking to myself in my helmet. And a lot of the friends I've made lately, they live like 45, 50, some even over an hour away. Like Ray, you guys have seen him in the channel. He actually hit me up just now and he's like, yo, we riding? And I'm like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna stay in Tacoma today. I gotta do a sponsored video. I think the older I get, it's harder to relate to a lot of people. I don't necessarily have a real job. I am a college professor, but that is a part-time thing. And then I do have another job that I'm trying to leave, but that is like 100% remote. So I don't really get like adult interaction. And even when I'm hanging out with my friends, I feel like I'm working because I'm always vlogging the adventures that we do. I miss being able to hit up some homies that live close by that I either grew up with or have known for a really long time and be like, yo, you want to go get a beer? You want to hit the gym? You want to go play some fucking basketball? I don't even play basketball. But a couple of my friends did, and they would hit me up to do that kind of stuff. I don't know, it's really weird. The adult version of me is completely different from the young version of me. I guess when I say it like that, it's not that weird, but I don't think my personality has changed all that much. I still like people, even though I don't really like hanging out with people. But honestly, now that I'm older, I realize how much time I wasted doing stupid shit. If I could go back and give the younger me some advice, I would tell him like, look man, don't make motorcycles your life. Don't make it a part of you. Just leave it as something that you do. I still run into people in the comment section or people in real life who just like live by the motto of motorcycles is life. I used to take that shit to the heart, man. Now I'm like, man, I don't care about no motorcycles. Life is life. I just happen to ride motorcycles. I know I got a lot of young cats in here that watch my videos and always look to me for advice. This is one of those videos where I hope you get some kind of life lesson through my experience. Riding motorcycles and riding motorcycles with people and people you care about and people who are like your lifelong friends, that's going to be one of the funnest experiences of your life. And I think we should all go through that. Oh, check this out. KTM. Yeah. Little baby wheelie. I think if you just started riding, definitely experience as much of the motorcycle life as you can. Go out, go find some adventures, and go live life itself to the fullest, not motorcycle life itself to the fullest. There's a huge difference. I made a short video about why you should never finance a motorcycle, and it was like an 80-20 mixed review. A lot of people are like, oh, it's good for your credit. Other people are like, oh, you only live once. But here's the thing, man. You don't need a $25,000 motorcycle to have fun. You can have just as much fun on a $5,000 motorcycle or $3,000 motorcycle as you would a $25,000 motorcycle. You don't need to go into debt to experience motorcycle life. These are all things I wish I knew when I was growing up around motorcycles. There was a few points in my life that I was really broke. I didn't know how to manage money. I had a lot of credit card debt. I couldn't figure it out, man. Then one day it clicked. My priorities were messed up. I was making motorcycling my priority when I should have made like my family, my job, all the other things that are way more important my priority. I actually didn't get my college degree until I was like 30. I had tried college prior, but for some reason that part of my life wasn't that important to me at the time. I was way more worried about riding fucking motorcycles, man. Here's the golly gee whiz bridge. There's the titty of Tacoma, man. God, this is such a beautiful stop, man. I'm not stopping here today because I'm gonna take you guys somewhere else, but this is the bridge. I'll tell you what though, if I were to quit motorcycles today, I would not be sad. Yes, I would still have motorcycles around me because right now I've built a business around motorcycling. But if I were to stop riding motorcycles right now, that shit wouldn't faze me, man. The theme song of my life has changed in the last 6 or 7 years. I used to feel bad when I would miss like motorcycle rides with my friends, and especially when I would see like Facebook posts from motorcycle riding groups, and even more in Washington State when it's like a really nice sunny day. Now I just don't care, dude. When I ride, it's for me. I don't ride for other people. Is it nice to have some friends to ride with every now and then? Absolutely. And I get really excited when I, run into people that I know from the motorcycling community. It's tough, man, when you don't have homies around, but it's also not that big of a deal. We're gonna head over there. Cool spot. Ooh, I haven't been down here on a motorcycle in a while. I used to bring my R1M out here. It's fun to take pictures. I don't really take pictures anymore, but oh, the things that I used to do that I no longer do. I have this goal of like no longer working for anybody at the age of 40. I got another 5 years to pull it off. I'm getting closer and closer every day, I think. Oh man, if you are a long-time subscriber, follower of this channel, you know this spot. Not been here in a minute. Golly gee whiz. Appreciation stop. Yeah, buddy.
I wanted to thank Element Fire Extinguisher for sponsoring this video. Real quickly, I'm going to demo how this works. If you're looking for a fire extinguisher to carry around your automobiles, your motorcycles, something that won't make a huge mess, you might want to pick up an Element Fire Extinguisher. You might want to pick up a few of them. See, the biggest advantage of this is you really don't have to clean it up. You don't have to inspect it every single year, and you can fit this thing practically anywhere. Unless you ride something like this, which makes it a little bit more difficult. You can use something like this to mount it to your motorcycle or your car. Maybe screw it in like this. Or you can use this Velcro attachment and strap it down pretty much anywhere. This thing's really good to have when your friend's Jigsaw decides to catch on fire. Again, you don't always have an Indian friend around to help put out fires with their bare hands. So how does this work? Well, similar to a road flare. These are the two elements that you're going to want to strike together to activate the chemicals that releases the gaseous elements. It's a potassium radical and it's completely safe to breathe in. You can use it in small spaces. Here we go. Just like that. And when it's done, it's done. Now, you might get a little bit of soot like this right here. Here it is all over my carbon fiber. And just comes right off.
Well, that was a fun ad to make. I actually knew it spit out those deposits. I wanted to see how well the plastics and everything else could handle it, so I just put it right on it. But it looks like it just comes right off. A lot of this will probably blow off in the wind when I'm riding. My bike's been needing a wash anyway, so let's go, baby. You know what I am excited to do is hit up the track this season, but I do need to go make some friends who want to go to the track with me. Hitting up the track by yourself it's all right, but it's a lot more fun with your friends. I don't know if any of you guys snowboard or ski, but I actually really enjoy taking people to the track when it's like their first time doing track days. It's very similar to like me taking people up to like the mountain if it's their very first time snowboarding. It's really fun. I'm trying to get my buddy Ray to do it. There's something about riding by yourself that's so calming. I used to ride with my headphones or like my music a lot, and now that I'm talking to myself on my helmet all the time, I actually haven't ridden with music in a long time. But I remember hitting up the canyons by myself with my music on and just doing a couple passes. I find a lot of enjoyment in that. Listening to your favorite songs, riding in that back empty road, and not really thinking about anything, just really enjoying the ride.
Washing your motorcycle shouldn't be this complicated process. Start with the chain, hit it with some Simple Green. Take your grunge brush, hit that with some Simple Green. While you're down here, go ahead and hit this rear wheel. I have a wheel brush. Then rinse. Now you can do like a little pre-soak with your hose. Now this is just a bucket of hot water with whatever soap you want to use. All you're going to do is start from top to bottom. Just like that. Get in there. Nice and frothy. This is an automotive wheel brush. Once you've hit it from top to bottom, just give it a quick rinse. You can use a towel to dry this off, but I'm going to use my leaf blower. Alright, now that I'm deaf, I can lube my chain. Swipe it down with the towel real quick, make sure it's as dry as possible. Then you can lube it with whatever the hell you want. I used to spend hours cleaning my bike, but these days it takes me about 15 minutes because I just don't give a fuck anymore. Because again, this should not be your priority.